Today's nutrition segment for both youngsters and adults deals with what could be the world's most favorite meat.
Carla Delangre, our certified natural chef, has a lamb recipe she says is delicious and filled with healthy fats.
You know, she also says it's a main course that helps build lean muscle mass and improve our brain.
Sounds irresistible to me.
Today we have a beautiful cut of meat from US Wellness. They do an amazing job with grass-fed meats. This is a rack of lamb, and we're going to be cutting them up into chops. So it's quicker to cook and it's a little bit easier to handle. So this lamb is a wonderful source of vitamin B12 as well, which is great for the nervous system. It's also great for vitamin B6. Okay, so once you have all of your lamb chops ready, it's all nice and sliced in pieces, you're going to season it. You want to first put some oil onto the meat so it doesn't dry out. So I'm just going to use a little bit of ghee. This is a really good fat. So it's a good thing we have a lot of fat in these lamb chops because saturated fat is really good for supporting the body's processes. It's really important to oil both sides because this is going to help keep it all nice and moist for you. And the benefits for healthy fats is it actually helps with mental health, brain health, and it's an anti-inflammatory, so it's really good for your joints. And then I'm going to season them with rosemary Celtic sea salt. Now, Celtic sea salt is high in minerals, and it also actually helps you produce hydrochloric acid, and the hydrochloric acid is what helps you to break down the protein in meat. And rosemary and lamb are like the two best things together. It's my favorite combination. And then we're going to coat it with a good amount of freshly cracked black organic pepper. Pepper's a really great aid in digestion as well. Grass-fed lamb specifically is a really good source of CLA, which is a cancer-fighting substance. So now you're going to take these seasoned lamb chops and place them in a flat metal pan that is able to be put in the oven because we're going to broil these. Cook for about 4 or 5 minutes on one side, flip them each over, and cook for another 5 minutes on the other side. As a side dish for this delicious lamb, we're going to be making a warm vegetable and potato salad with a lemon and Celtic sea salt vinaigrette, as well as a little side dish of mint chutney. First, we're going to start off with our potatoes. These are small red skin potatoes and yellow potatoes. You want to get your water to boil. Add a good pinch of Celtic sea salt. This helps with flavor, add some minerals to your food. And then once that gets boiling, you're going to boil the potatoes for about 12 to 15 minutes depending on the size of the potatoes. You want to make sure that they are cooked all the way through. You don't want them crunchy. And one of the ways you test is you just cut it in half, and I like to actually plate it with all the potatoes cut in half. So you let those boil for about 15 minutes, sometimes longer. While the potatoes are boiling, we're going to make a mint chutney. This is some fresh organic mint. And you're going to put it all in a little blender, and we're going to add some olive oil. This helps to make the chutney nice and smooth. Do about a 1/4 cup. A little bit of lemon juice, enough lemon juice squeezed from 1 lemon. And I actually like to put a little bit of chili flakes in mine, give it a little bit of a kick of spice. Some Celtic sea salt for minerals and flavor. Freshly ground. And some freshly cracked black pepper. Then we're going to finish it off with a little bit of raw local honey. This honey is delicious. It's actually going to help bring a little bit of sweetness out of the mint leaves and all the other ingredients. It's really important to have local raw honey because the local honey that's made will actually help you to become a little bit more adaptable to the local pollen in your area. So there we go, we have all that in there. Now before I blend this, I'm gonna go check on my lamb. It's perfect. Perfectly cooked, you hear it sizzling. And while that's sitting and resting, you should always let your meat rest for a moment, keep all those juices intact. I'm gonna go ahead and blend up my mint chutney. It's beautiful bright green, it's gonna make this dish absolutely gorgeous. Now we're gonna take our potatoes out. You're going to keep the water boiling because you're going to reuse this water for the greens. These are organic potatoes, which is a great source of vitamin C and B complex vitamins. You want to leave the skin on because there's also potassium and calcium and iron. So next we're going to add our greens, asparagus and green beans, to the boiling water. And we're just going to parboil these for about 5 to 6 minutes. I like them slightly firm, almost al dente. Now, green beans are another great source of calcium, potassium, and B complex vitamins. Asparagus is also great for iodine, carotenoids, B complex, and vitamin C as well. And then while those are cooking, I'm going to make my salad dressing. You want the zest from 2 lemons, as well as the juice. Lemons are a really great source of vitamin C, and it also helps to produce hydrochloric acid, which helps with digestion. You just want to get the shiny part of the lemon. You don't want to get into the white part because that's actually very bitter. And I'm going to roll my lemons to break up the juice so it's easier to squeeze all the juice out and you get more. Catch some of the seeds in there. Next, I'm going to take some green onions. Just cut up to right where the green starts to get a little darker. The rest you can use for garnish. Add that to your dressing. And then we're going to put about 1/4 cup of olive oil and equal parts white wine vinegar and some freshly ground black pepper. You just whisk all this together, and that's it for the dressing. So next we're going to assemble the salad. Take our greens and our cooked potatoes. We're going to add some roasted red bell pepper, another great source of vitamin C. And our potatoes. I'm going to drizzle the lemon vinaigrette on top. Toss it all together. Get it all mixed together, everything coated in the delicious dressing. Great, so everything's cooked and ready to be plated. We're going to start off with our mint chutney. I like to use this against a white plate because it's beautiful bright green that just pops. And it's nice to have all these colors on one plate. You know you're getting all your nutrients. Then we're going to take our warm salad. And get this in the center of the plate. Piled high with some greens. And smell all of it, it's delicious. The onions and the lemons. And then we're going to take some of our lamb chops. Just plate it just like so. And since we use rosemary Celtic sea salt, I'm going to put a little bit of fresh rosemary as a garnish. And there you have it, rosemary Celtic sea salt lamb chops full of really delicious healthy fats. Be sure to eat the healthy fats in this dish.
And in addition to those healthy fats, lamb also turns out to be the most abundant source of an important amino acid called carnitine.
Carnitine helps our cells generate energy, and it helps regulate the metabolism in our heart and skeletal muscles.
So that lamb chop turns out to be delectable for many, many reasons.
As always, we have the recipe for today's dish at healingquest.tv, along with information on healthy fats and easy ways to find healthy grass-fed meat.